if you want to be successful, you can't give up. You've got to go 110% all the time. This last trip that I was on, it was tough. You know, we made stand after stand after stand. The only thing that's going to make you a better caller is being patient, learning from your mistakes. Congratulations on all the people that are out there calling coyotes this year and doing well. It's pretty humbling to see how well everybody's doing and how good the coyote callers are out there. You know, at one point in my life, I felt like I could kick butt and take names, but not no more, right? I think there's a lot of skill out there anymore. The number one thing that beginning callers fail to have and do is, in my opinion, this is me, patience. I can tell you right now, there is so many people that when they start calling coyotes, people think that coyotes have wings and they've got to fly in. You've got to have patience. I talked to a buddy of mine up in Conrad, Montana, and this has probably been 2 weeks ago. Went out and made 2 stands in phenomenal country, and these were his honey holes. He lives there. He said, and listen to this, he called for about 25 minutes using distress. Then he had another buddy there that howled, and when that guy howled, they never had a coyote come in during distress. He had 25 minutes in with predator distress or prey distress, rabbit, whatever, using a hand call. Nothing showed, nothing seen. And this is in Montana, in country that is not called where he's calling. So his buddy that was with him, he's more of a veteran caller. They're both veteran callers. He howled. And when he howled, he had 3 different bunches of coyotes howl back at him. But here's the deal. The weather has been unseasonably warm everywhere. 50 degrees, 60 degrees. Up in Conrad, Montana, normally it's 10 below zero, 20 below zero, 30 below zero. And this winter, they've had a lot of 40 and 50 degree days. Coyotes don't even have to work to get food, so they're not interested. One of the best things that you can do is just one lone howl. Let out a howl, set there. Let out another howl, set there. And I'm talking 3-4 minutes between howls. Start speaking their language, okay? If there's a coyote out there and you're howling from the same spot and you're a lonesome howl, you're just lonely, more times than not, they're gonna come investigate, even if they've been called before, even if they've been shot at before. Why? Because they sense that there's another coyote over there, so they're just gonna work their way in. So, what I'm telling you is, patience. You gotta learn to sit there for 45, 50 minutes. Back to my story about the Montana friend. They called this first stand. He called 25 minutes with prey distress, rabbit distress. Then his buddy went into howling. They had the 3 different bunches howl back at him. They were quiet. He said they killed a coyote at 55 minutes into the stand. Okay, this is a guy that's been calling coyotes a long time. He's discouraged too, but how many people sat on a stand for 55 minutes? But anyway, when the calling gets tough, you've got to get tougher and smarter. When you've got to understand, most stands that you sit down on, there's probably a coyote that's within earshot. So who cares if you're trying to kill 12 coyotes in a day? Get that out of your head. Start with 1. You cannot kill 12 unless you kill your first 1, okay? They went to the next stand, the very next stand, and he told me, he's taken to me a lot of honey holes when I used to go up to Canada, and he told me, Les, you've been to so many good stands with me. I went to a stand that I've never taken you, and this stand is phenomenal. He's never called it this year, okay? So anyway, they sneak in there, they call. Again, they call for 20-25 minutes with distress. Remember, it's 40-50 degrees. These coyotes aren't having to work for their food. Now we've got a good cold front. If this cold front's in here for 3, 4, 5 days, I can tell you right now that coyotes will run you over if we get a 4 or 5 day stint of this cold front. They sat there, they called for 25 minutes, and then he went to howling again, and he had 2 groups howl at him. They never come in during distress. They howled back. They worked those coyotes, and 48 minutes into the stand, he shoots a coyote. How many people's gonna sit there for 48 minutes? Nobody. I'm going to, because I have a feeling. When I get a feeling that there's coyotes there, I'll sit there an hour. I've sat there for over an hour to kill 1 coyote. If the stand presents itself as something where I think I'm gonna kill a coyote. So get out of the mentality of wanting to kill 4, wanting to kill 5, and just pound. January is a tough time. If you kill 1 in a day, you've done a tremendous job. And the only thing that's going to make you a better caller is being patient, learning from your mistakes. Sit there, glass, look, keep at it, don't give up. See, that's the thing. Do you think I'd be where I am today if I gave up? A lot of people think that it's easy for me. The only reason it's a little easier for me nowadays is because I understand where I can go wrong, what I can do wrong. I know my sounds are right. I know my howls are right. I know what I'm doing is right. So the other part is on the coyote. So if a coyote's not showing up, I've got to learn to even be more patient. And I was on a trip a week and a half ago, went up to South Dakota. January, historically, is a terrible time to call coyotes. It's tough. If you bang out 1 coyote in a day, you're doing well. Just like the fishing. You know too well that the fishing can be tough too. And you've got to be persistent to get the bite. I'm telling you, nothing comes easy in life. Nothing. Success, owning your own business, nothing is easy. You've got to put in the time. And if it were easy, everybody would be excelling. That's why there's some winners and there's a lot of losers. Just like Vegas. Do you think they built all those casinos because there was a ton of winners? No, there's a lot of losers. Okay, do you think Coyote Callin is full of winners all the time? Every stand, winner, chicken dinner? No. There's a lot of blank stands, but the guys that really push themselves and understand what they might be doing wrong, they are the ones that are excelling. If you want to be successful, you can't give up. You've got to go 110% all the time. This last trip that I was on, it was tough. You know, we made stand after stand after stand. A lot of it was weather induced, a lot of wind, a lot of really cold weather, and a lot of fronts. And coyotes are just like any other animal. When there's a front that moves in, they can hole up. They don't want to move. Just the pressure. So it changes everything. So I didn't quit. I kept going all day, every day. There was one day we got 1, another day we killed 2, and it was tough. But I know it's January, and I know it's tough. So put your head to the grindstone. Don't give up. Keep going. Shoot straight ahead, and always remember, there's always somebody else giving up. You don't want to be that person. You keep going hard. Keep going hard. Keep tromping through that snow. I tell everybody, how do you think that I'm 6'1", 6'2", and I'm 185 pounds? I don't stay that away because I don't do anything. I work my tail off always, especially when I walk after coyotes. If I hear some howl and I'm on a stand, I'm walking in there further. I'm not going back to the vehicle. I walk in there another half mile, 3/4 of a mile. That's the way I am, because I want to kill one coyote. I don't care about killing 8. I want to kill one first. So you gotta have that mindset. I get fired up. You can see I've got a little passion in me yet. All of you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Take care, everyone. See ya.